here is the video review for Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Silverbolt, the Voyager class Silverbolt that forms the torso of Superion. Here he is inside the packaging. Great new packaging. I love the Combiner Wars red and black packaging. Looks really good. This just screams adult collector. Although this is one that can be enjoyed by Transformers fans of all ages. Alright, here's Voyager class Silverbolt out of the package with his Aerialbot brethren here so far, minus air raid of course. But here you can see him in his jet mode. So let's get this guy out of here. Let's get these guys out of here. Here he is with power glide, so you can get a size comparison there for jet mode. Oh, power glide. There you go. Here he is with Classics Deluxe Starscream, so you can get an idea of size there for those guys as well. And here he is with another Voyager jet. This is Transformers Prime Voyager Starscream. So there you get a good idea of the scale and the size of this figure. Really nice jet mode for Silverbolt. He comes with a collector card or a trading card. Very nice. I love that they included this. The only thing that bothers me about this, it does not have any tech specs on it. So you can see nothing on the back. Transformers Generations on the back. It has a 2014 copyright, even though these were released in 2015. But yeah, this card should really have tech specs. But nonetheless, I do really like it. You get nice artwork there of Silverbolt in his robot form. Now Silverbolt also comes with his giant weapon, this sniper rifle blaster of sorts, and this can combine with his jet mode. So you can see he does have landing gear. Flip the landing gear up and you can tab that on there. Now he's a giant flying blaster, weapon of doom, destruction, death raining from above. Very cool, though. I do like how this looks. The weapon's a little silly looking on there. I'm glad that they included the landing gear. A lot like the G1. I mean, everything about this just screams G1. Really nice. I love the Tampograph Autobot symbol there. I love when they put the silver behind it like that. That makes a huge difference with the Autobot symbol. You got some nice painted details in here too. You have the striping on the side. You have some engine detail on the back here. Very, very nice. So here's a look at the back. He's got a little rubber tip on the back of the jet mode. Very cool. I do like that. And then he's got the front rubber tip up here, which also is adjustable. Very cool. On the bottom is pretty much a robot on the bottom folded up, but that's how the original one was, and this doesn't bother me at all. I really love the jet mode. Now you can see his fists on the side as well, which can be problem, but not really at all. You can take the weapons there, plug them into the side, cover those up, and now he's got weapons on the side. You can do that on both sides with his Aerialbot brethren's weapons. Plug that in there, and there he's got more guns. Can even take Skydive's blaster, plug it in there, so you can arm this guy up really well. Really like that. Very, very cool. So yeah, very awesome jet mode. Really like that. Easy transformation as well, and we will get into the transformation for Silverbolt right now. So remove the guns, any weapons there. Take the back wing section here, flip that back. Take the front nose section, fold this up, and collapse that back like so. Now you have basically the robot. And once you have the robot like this, basically just untab the wings, which are tabbed into his arms right there, bring those back, and they have slots in the side here also that rest right in there, which is really nice. And then basically you have his arms, and here you have his legs. So rotate those around. You can see there's a double hinge here on his leg, so you want to bring that forward. Same on this side. Detach it here. Bring this, his knee section, all the way up as far as you can. Come around to the back. You see his feet underneath there. Flip those out. Flip the heel back like so. Same on this side. Flip it out. Flip the heel up, and there's nice little grooves there for your fingernails. And then you can fold the backs of the legs in, and then you want to reveal his head. So grab this section here, this whole top part, folds forward, flip the head out and around, and tab that back into place like so. Now you have Silverbolt in his robot mode. Looks amazing, really nice blocky G1 style design for Silverbolt. Brings you back great memories of these toys when we were kids. And this is a very nice updated Silverbolt figure. And in terms of articulation, he's got 360 movement. He's got really nice stiff ratchet joints, which is good for the combined mode. Obviously, it has to be that way. He's got nice painted forearms here, or I mean biceps here. I like the orange color paint on there. He's got the Autobot symbol. Nice head sculpt. I love the blocky Silverbolt head sculpt. Here is a closer look at Silverbolt, so you can see his head sculpt. I love the silver paint on there and the blue eyes. His head is on a ball joint, but you don't get much movement on there, but enough to get some good emoting anyway. He does not have any light piping, but there's the back of his head. Very, very cool. He has no wrist swivels. He has no waist swivel, no feet pivot. But he's got up and down movement on the feet and a lot of range of motion here. And the back kibble gets in the way of the motion of his legs. But he is still a very posable figure. And, you know, some of the articulation suffers a little bit, but he is a triple changer in a sense where he forms the torso of Superion. And Silverbolt does come with his weapon, his long blaster rifle that does transform or come detached, and then you have the long blaster barrel section, which he can hold in either hand, and then you have what becomes essentially kind of like a shield. Anyway, and these together form the weapon, Superion's weapon. So you can put this in his arm like so, in his hand. He does have these peg holes on the side as well. So you can have him have his shield on his forearm as well. A lot of great options for this. Very, very cool. There he is with his weapons. And we'll do a size comparison here. Here he is with his Aerialbot Brothers Skydive. And of course, you've got Fireflight or Firefly. So you can see he towers over them, but definitely nothing as bad as the G1, where Silverbolt was like 4 times the size of the other figures. Here he is with Alpha Bravo. So you can see them together, moving right along. Here he is with Classics Deluxe Starscream. So you can see the blocky G1 style of design here to these new Combiner Wars figures. I really am digging that a lot. And of course, last but not least, here he is with Legends Power Glide. So this would have been more like what the scale was for his G1 self and his counterparts. But yeah, so there he is with Power Glide. And away we go. Alright, so let's get into the transformation into combine mode. Alright, going into combine mode for Silverbolt is pretty easy. The hardest part is probably getting Superion's head out of there. But we'll start by removing his weapons. and then we can combine his weapons to form Superion's gun. So you just tab these in together like so, and there you have Superion's gun. Then what you want to do is transform him like you're going into jet mode. So you want to collapse his foot and then bring this section up and hide his feet away. Fold the heel in, bring this up, and tuck that away. Then what you want to do is bring this section around, bring his foot section around, so this tab goes into this hole right here. So you see that tab's right in there, like so. Same on this side. Bring this section around, fold it around, so this tab goes into that slot right there. Combine that like so. Then what you want to do is bring this section forward, fold his head back in, and collapse that again. Then what you want to do is you want to get something in here to get his head out. This is the hardest part. Now what I do, if your fingernail isn't long enough, it's really hard to get that out. I just grab the little peg hole section here and bring that down. I don't recommend doing that all the time though, because you can get some wear and tear on your figure. So then you bring the Superion head out. Then you want to bring this little section here with the Autobot symbol, fold this up to fill in the torso section. Bring the head up and see these spikes, these rubbery spikes here. Bring those forward. What I did do, they were connected, but I opened his head up, I unscrewed his head, and I cut these in half so they're not connected, which makes it easier so they go forward all the way. Third-party company, please give us new plastic spikes for his head here. So then you tab his head into the back like so. There you have his head. Rotate the arms around. Rotate the arms around like so. Flip the fists back. You can see this reveals the connector here, which are spring-loaded. Very, very nice new connectors. Then you take the sections that are on the legs and bring these together to form the chest. And you see it fills in all the gapping up there, and these tab together really nicely. So there is Superion's torso mode, and we will combine them all and take a look at his combined Superion mode so far from Wave 1. Of course, we're missing Air Raid. But yeah, I do highly recommend doing this fix for the top of his head. And I just opened it up, I took it out, and there's extra rubber in there, and I cut both sections of the rubber off, so now they move independently, and then I can bring them all the way forward. I mean, you can still see it's still angled back a little bit, but at least I can get it out that way easier. Now, one thing, I love the Superion head sculpt, and you also want to make sure you fold these down as well to reveal the connector ports. Very awesome. So there is Superion's body, and as far as his limbs go, these connector ports are really great. So you can just connect him that way, and they slide off easily, but once they're in there, held in place, they're not going to really come off unless you really put a lot of force into taking them out. So that way you get all the posability too with these connector ports. I really love how these were done. Just amazing engineering that went into this new combiner. And I'm so excited for the future of these Transformers combiners moving forward as well. So there you have Fireflight as his arm. And right now we'll go with Drag Strip there. And, of course, Skydive here for the legs. Aerialbots, unite! Form Superion! Silverbolt, the leader of the Aerialbots, forms the core of the team's combined form Superion. A single-minded force bent only on Decepticon destruction. Here's a 360 view of Superion in his combined form so far. Wave 1 of the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars. And obviously you got Drag Strip there instead of Air Raid. I have him set up this way, and you can, combine him any way you want. I'll probably replace Alpha Bravo there. I'll put Air Raid on his arm, so he's got both the jet cockpits up on his shoulders, and then I'll put Alpha Bravo down where Drag Strip is. Once we get Wave 2, very excited. As you can see, he's got all kinds of ports for storing weapons all over him in his combined form. So I have their guns on the side. I got his guns on the back. I even have Drag Strip's weapon on there stored, temporarily till I complete my Superion figure. Looks amazing in his combined form. Really impressed with the new design update for Superion. Very, very happy, very nostalgic to get this figure from the G1 and updated, just this awesome look to this new Transformers Generations Combiner Superion. And here is Superion wielding Power Glide Target Master as his gun. Very awesome how he holds Power Glide there. Power Glide has transformed into a weapon for Superion, so he is part of the Superion combination mode officially, but doesn't form part of the robot itself. He transforms into a gun for Superion. Very cool. I love this Power Glide figure. Look for my full review on that figure as well. Shows the transformation. Very simple, very cool. But it's even cooler that he's part of this Combiner Wars Superion figure. And that about wraps it up for my video review of Transformers Generations Voyager Class Combiner Wars Silverbolt. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, checking out my video reviews. Make sure you subscribe for more Transformers video reviews. I'm going to cover the rest of the Aerialbots as well. And when we get Wave 2 in, I'll be able to combine and form Superion. And don't forget that you can follow me on Twitter at TFReview16. So until the next time, guys, remember, keep collecting.